and I got chills all over my body. I literally lived the 3D physical experience of what I visualized in my mind. And it's almost like the universe found the quickest way to make that vision a reality for me. The penny dropped. So I created a vision in my mind, and I'm going to tell you right now what I visualized and how it came true in as little as 5 weeks, except one important part. Okay, we are learning. Now we are using the fancy microphone. I hope you can hear some kind of difference. So, Neville Goddard teaches this technique where as you are lying in bed, about to go to sleep, you do not worry about the things you usually worry about. You do not go over the day that you've just had and regret all of the things that weren't quite right. Instead, as you lay your head on the pillow, you embody, you act as if, you fall asleep as if you are the version of you that is living your dream life. So you're feeling as if what you want is your reality. And to add to that, he also recommends that you create a scene in your mind to really help you to conjure up this emotion, right? You create a scene in your mind, a scene that represents a moment in your future that you want to happen. And you just keep looping this scene in your mind, feeling it, being there over and over and over again until you're becoming more and more relaxed. And gradually, you make the switch from being awake to asleep. And there's so much power in that last waking thought, which your subconscious mind takes and digests and processes and works on all night long while you sleep. And if you do this consistently, if you do this night after night after night, he says, then the most incredible things can start to appear and manifest in your waking life. He said, why would you go to sleep as the version of you that you don't want to be when you could fall asleep every night being the version of you that you do want to be? It's like, oh my God, yes, of course. He had a lot of success with this technique, even things like leaving the army super early because he didn't want to be there and going back home to his wife and daughter and like against all odds. It's so many different examples as well. Check out more Neville Goddard videos because there's just success story after success story. And I thought, hey, this technique is, it's fun, it's easy, it's not taking any extra time out of my day because I lie there every night waiting to go to sleep anyway. So it gives me a real fun thing to focus on. So I created a vision in my mind, and I'm going to tell you right now what I visualized and how it came true in as little as 5 weeks, except one important part. One of my goals at the moment is to reach a level with my Herbalife nutrition business, with my network marketing business, to reach a level where I'm impacting and helping thousands of people to build their own businesses and helping even more thousands of people with their health, with their nutrition, with their wellness. The people who are making the biggest impact partnering with the company, they get special treatment, they get rewarded for their hard work and for their great impact, and they get asked to speak on stages around the world and mentor and train other people who want to make that kind of impact with the company too, right? So I thought a scene that could represent me being at that level in my business would be walking into the VIP lounge with the other people who are making massive impact with the company. So my scene starts like this. I picture my hand reaching out for the door handle. My hand holds onto the handle of the door and pulls it open. And I see a relatively small meeting room with tables in a circular formation. This is all in my imagination. And I see these real people who I know of. They're real human beings. They're already top earners, top impactors with the company. And a few of them, their heads turn when I open the door, and some of them wave, some of them say, oh, hey, Luce, come on in, welcome. A couple of them even, stand up and come over and give me a hug, give me a kiss on the cheek, and we greet each other. And that's the end of the scene. So it's a really quick, short, easy to remember and repeat over and over and over again in my mind. Opening the door, their heads turn, a few of them come and say hello and greet me, and I walk into the room, right? So I invented that vision in my mind, thinking that it would represent me having achieved that specific level of success. Now get this, in the weeks to follow, yes, I did see my business grow slightly, but not reaching there yet. But in that 5 weeks, I received a message from the corporate team of Herbalife Nutrition saying, Lucie, we would love to invite you to speak on stage at our first in-person event for 2 years. And we would love it if you trained thousands of people on how you and your team are partnering with Herbalife Nutrition and impacting the community in the way that you're doing. We love the way that you're doing it. Your numbers look great. So would you come and speak? So obviously I said yes, because it's a massive honor. And then I'm added to a group chat with all of these people that were in my vision. And I'm seeing all the people messaging. I'm like, well, this is pretty cool. Like, I'm closer proximity wise to these people than ever before. And then on the weekend of the event, I'm told there's an announcement in the group chat that says, can all the people who are speaking this weekend on stage go to this meeting room 6A on the 6th floor, and at 8:30 a.m. and we're going to have a speakers meeting. So I wake up, I get dressed, I'm full of nerves. I get to the venue early to go to the speakers meeting. I'm a bit lost, a bit confused, because I've never had to go to this meeting room before. Anyway, I finally find it. My hand goes to reach the door handle. I pull the door open. Inside that room, in a circular formation, are all of those top earners that I visualized in my vision. A few of them turn their heads and look and see who opened the door. And a few of them came over and said, oh, hi, Luce. And they greeted me. And a couple of them came over, gave me a hug, gave me a kiss on the cheek. All of this happened. I didn't even really connect it. It wasn't until I was sat in the meeting that the penny dropped. And someone was talking at the front of the room. And all of a sudden I was there just like, and I got chills all over my body. I'm getting them now again. Absolute goosebumps. So many of the things that I visualized actually happened, with the one missing detail of the fact that my business isn't yet at that place. And it's almost like the universe found the quickest way to make that vision a reality for me, in terms of like the actual happenings and events in my vision. So it missed out the part that is actually what I wanted, to be honest, which was to have manifested that level of impact and success. But it's almost like it taught me more about how this visualization thing works. The universe will find you the quickest, easiest route to bring you to whatever it is that you've been visualizing. And I don't even really understand how it works. Neville Goddard says that the universe, God, whatever kind of external power you give power to, and it's all great, and I respect everyone's beliefs. Neville Goddard says that it's all in here. It's all within you. You are connected to all of it. And by sending instructions to your subconscious mind, in some ways it feels like you're sending instructions to the universe. And that kind of is what happened, because I was there falling asleep to this vision, and 5 weeks later, somehow my subconscious mind fell asleep with that vision, processed it, and then my external reality started to change. And then I literally lived the 3D physical experience of what I visualized in my mind. So obviously it's great, awesome, super mind-blowing, super cool. But obviously looking at how I can create a new vision in my mind that actually represents me achieving that business goal. That's the next step of this learning experience for me when it comes to using Neville Goddard's technique. So I know that it works now. Maybe I needed this pretty big, but mini experience, mini manifestation using this Neville Goddard fall asleep technique to instill more belief in me, and maybe also to instill more belief in you. Maybe I needed to experience this short-term 5-week manifestation to be able to then spread the message with more people so that you can go away and you can create your own 30-second, 10-second little vision in your mind, and you can learn from what worked for me. You can also learn what didn't quite work for me, and make sure that your vision that you play in your head over and over again is really specific and will definitely ensure that you manifest the actual thing that you want, not just kind of like things that seem very similar to it but are not quite it. You don't need to know how it's going to happen. You don't need to know when it's going to happen. Just stay open to the signs. And I could have said no to speaking on stage, but because I said yes to these things which weren't part of my plan but were a wonderful surprise when they came along, that's also, it's almost like the universe knew that that was going to be the fastest way that I could experience that vision for myself. Are you excited to give this trick a go? By the way, any of you who love writing your scripting letters, I say for scripting, read your letter first thing when you wake up and also just before you go to bed. And isn't it interesting that this technique is about playing a scene in your mind just before you go to sleep? So maybe the reason why reading your scripting letter before going to bed has been so effective for some people is because then you're reminded of everything that you want, you've tapped into the feelings of it, and maybe you even still keep thinking about it and daydreaming about it as you fall asleep. Or at the very least, it's one of the last few things that you think about before falling asleep. So if you can do your scripting technique, and why not add this technique of falling asleep to a scene in your mind every night as you go to sleep. Takes a little bit of practice, but you can do it. And I can't wait to hear more of your manifestation success stories. Could happen in 5 weeks, could happen in a week, could happen in 6 months, could happen in a year. Doesn't really matter. As long as you know that the universe will bring it to you via the fastest and quickest and easiest path, or your subconscious mind will. It's still a little bit mind-blowing to me. But anyway, huge announcement. I'm going to be launching an exclusive members-only area on this channel very, very soon. So please stay tuned. I'm going to be announcing all of the different features that you can receive as bonus materials for becoming an exclusive member of the channel. I haven't even got a name for it yet, but all of that is to come. So I just wanted to let you know in advance that there's lots of goodies to look forward to on this channel this year. And if you would like to support my business and learn more about either joining my Herbalife Nutrition team, where I mentor you and teach you how to build your own business with the biggest nutrition brand in the world, or if you'd like to be one of my customers and receive help with your nutrition and your wellness journey, then all the details are in the description below. You can fill out one of the forms. I'll be in touch, drop you an email with more information. So thank you again. If you haven't done so already, give this video a big thumbs up, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring my bell so that you never miss another video. Until next time, bye!